Hello again. This time I've got a really valuable piece of teaching for you, particularly if you are a newcomer to video filmmaking. My name is Pierre White. I'm an adventure travel filmmaker. I've been doing this full-time for the past 30 years, and being a 30-year celebration, I'm releasing all of my teaching lectures here on this channel on YouTube. Newcomers to film will brag to me about the great footage they got with their new drone, and my heart sinks. Since about 2015, I have 52,000 students in over 100 countries based on Udemy. Now, if you want to jump ahead and watch all of the lectures, take all of the courses, focused mainly on storytelling with video. I don't talk much about equipment, I don't talk much about editing software, but I do talk a lot about using equipment to tell stories, editing to tell stories. Because at the end of the day, if you are creating videos, what you're trying to do, you're trying to communicate, tell a story, grab people's attention. I want to share with you the secrets of great storytelling. So again, if you're going to move the camera in any way you can think of, you better motivate it. What I'm going to teach now is, amongst all the lessons that I've presented here, one of the most valuable. It's something I like to call the 4-second rule. Now, you go out and you film a whole lot of footage to bring it all together in your edit suite, and now it's time to actually mold the story. Now, if you're making a big vase, a big vase or a big pot, you need a lot of clay. If you're making a small pot, you need enough clay. And that's so common with videographers filming, is that they get to their editing room and they just don't have enough clay. They don't have enough material. To keep an audience captivated, you have to feed them information. So while you might have somebody talking to camera and talking about something very interesting, like I am doing now, without me actually showing other stuff, in other words, having other material to show you, you'd get pretty bored of just looking at my face talking. So what I'm going to do with this particular lesson is I'm going to show examples where I have used this rule while filming and what it has resulted in. So I'm going to run now unbroken camera footage from camera start to camera stop. And I'm going to mark with titles what I'm doing. So you can try and get into my head, because when a whole lot of things happening, I'm filming and my mind is looking at other things, and then I'm finding another shot, and then I'm finding another shot, and I'm finding another shot, and I'm getting all of these different options for storytelling. But here's the secret, and here is this is what this is all about. When pointing your camera at a subject, don't move it at all. 4 seconds is the minimum amount of time where, when you come back in your editing room and there you've got a nice shot, it needs to run for at least 4 seconds, minimum 4 seconds, for it to be useful. If it's 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 10 seconds, doesn't matter, but it must be more than 4. That's why I call it the 4-second rule. When filming, often it's a problem because you'll be pointing and shooting, and then you'll get back into the cutting room and you'll see, oh, you got that shot and that shot and that shot and that shot. But they're all 1.5 seconds long. They're useless. It's very common. So I'm going to find 3 pieces of footage where I let the camera run But while I let it run, I was moving, framing, and counting to at least 4 with not moving the camera at all. And when I did move the camera, I was always following a moving object. My principal subject matter was moving and I moved with it. I'm going to do this a few times because I believe this is so important to good storytelling and being able to grab footage that you can use in the storytelling process in the editing room. Let's get started.
Okay. Anyone? You want?
刘总，
在一个
看你老婆吧，然后在那边自拍照，看了还要
我看了，还有前面的一个脚丫子放在外面，你看，谁说拍全挺好？
他也没嫌少。
有那个 PK 的是吧？
你要拍我也拍。
玩脚。
哦，对啊，picture them.
They stink.
They do.
Oh,
It's a weird sensation.
it's going down for a male.
Yeah, I can picture that.
Need some help? You good? Huh? No. Lala. No.
It's a woman multitasking.
Of course, yes. I'm a mother. I can do anything. 10 million. Before you ride also here, right? And they go there off.
Yeah, when it's not running. No.
Ground
I could get into trouble.
Major Tom. You've got 4 wheels in the air. Press the button, you will go there. Jeez, that is full. It's not even 5 o'clock yet.
2 Maluchis and you're like that already, yeah.
Must be the altitude.
It's amazing what happens at 3,000 meters.
How high are we now anyway?
3,000. 1,800.
So in other words, we're back at Joburg.
3,500.
Up there, on top of that one. You'll be at 3.5, yeah.
But if it's snow, this is all under snow here as well, eh?
In fact, you won't be at 3.5. No,
it's about 3,000.
Bullshit, no. You'll be at about 2.9. 2.9.
Yeah, we're 2.5 now.
2.5. We're 2.5, yeah. Okay, yeah. Another 250 was where the main road goes up. Yeah, that's about right.
3.5.
No, but 2.5. I don't think the tallest mountain in the Drakensberg is less than 3.5.
3.2 something is the highest.
Yeah.
I mean, we do a stake in the stone as well tonight. Just the same way.
it up, eh?
Might have been a room call.
Yeah, very good.
Two down there.
Because I don't know how to tell you this, but it's self-service.
If you want to jump ahead and watch all of these lectures, the link is in the description. It is based on the Udemy platform, and I look forward to seeing you next week with another one.